Greetings everyone, season's greetings that is. Welcome back to my channel. I am Tifara. Today's video is going to be about 2019 reflections and setting intentions for 2020. So my goal for 2019 was reciprocity. That was really literally my theme for 2019. I mean, when I look back in my journal and look at all that I expressed, it was mainly about what my goal was, reciprocity. That's what I wanted from my relationships. I wanted that in a partner, even though I wasn't dating anybody last year. I haven't dated for the last 2 years, but that is what I want. If I'm looking for a mate, I'm looking for a reciprocal relationship. In my friendships, I want reciprocity. In my family relationships with my very close family members, essentially for me, I found that I was unhappy the year before. I was unhappy and I was resentful a lot in my relationships because I felt like I was giving a lot of myself and I wasn't getting back any or much in return or as much in return, and it made me bitter and resent the person or persons, and I didn't find that healthy for me. It's definitely not healthy for them or a relationship. So I felt like that was something that I had to change. So my goal was to find balance in my relationships, and I think that finding balance in my relationships would ultimately make me happier, and that was my goal, to be happier. A big part of doing that was changing my expectations. So two things I have to do. Two things I had to do to adjust my relationships was I had to fix my expectations and also make sure that I'm not giving more than the other person is giving. So I was having this conversation with my dad, and we're talking about how our relationships can affect us and affect our happiness, because he wanted to have a particular type of relationship with someone, and I was just like, you're investing way too much into this and the other person isn't investing anything. They're gone about their business and they're happy, and you're here miserable, wondering why they're not giving you what you're giving them. And that to me don't make any sense. If the person isn't giving you what you want, then move on, let it go, try something different, try a different relationship. I mean, if it is a child, you have plenty children, try and have that relationship with some other children, because you're not getting it from that one, and so for me it's the same thing with my friendships. I just don't have too high expectations anymore. If I have too high expectations and then they're not meeting them, then I'm mad and I'm bitter and I'm angry at you because I expect this from you and you're not delivering on it. And even it's the same thing in relationships, an intimate relationship. You want to find balance. The person is giving you what you are giving them. And it's the same thing with family relationships as well. I have a friend, Dana. I think we have a pretty balanced friendship, where she gives me and I give her, and there's no real high expectation. Except I think there is one. There is one expectation that she has of me that I think is like really high, and I have to be beside myself or outside of myself to please her. But clearly, based on the type of relationship we have, she thinks that she's being reasonable, and it's a conversation that we have, and so it's something that I have to look into because she brought it up. So I feel like I owe it to her, and because I feel like she's always fair in our relationship, if she requests something of me, then I think it's only fair that I look into it and see where I can meet her halfway. And I think that's how friendships really should be. That's how you bring balance in relationships. And so but I myself, I try not to ask too much of people, because I don't want anybody to feel like they're doing too much or whatever. I don't want to pressure or burden anybody. However, if it is that you're a friend that I think avails yourself to me, then I will avail myself to you. It's simple. And so there is an equal exchange and there is balance. There is give and take. We are both watering the relationship, and so it's great. I had troubles with a very close family member for years, and it's something that I've worked on tirelessly. There are some things that you have to accept, that people aren't going to change. And then, you know, when it comes to family members, you're supposed to love them unconditionally. So whatever it is that they're giving to you, no matter what, you're still supposed to love them and give back to them. And I mean, I don't believe that is true. There needs to be reciprocity in any relationship. It don't matter if it's a sister, brother, if it's a mother and child, a father and child. I don't care. I think if you're not giving me, I don't have to give you. There's no, not because it's family. I don't believe in that. So you have to check and make sure that you're not giving too much, and also that you are not expecting too much, and there is some balance of exchange in the relationships. So I tried that for 2019, and I feel like it definitely made me happier. There's no room for you to be disappointed when your expectations are checked. There's no need for you to be miserable and unhappy with that person. It's cool. When I'm available, then I give you. When you're available, you give me. It's not like there's no huge investment. So for 2019, we stopped investing in people who aren't equally investing in us. It was that simple. I recommend that you try it, because it is bound to add to your happiness if you just fix the relationships around you. 2019 was, for me, in a lot of ways, more than emotional, 2019 was a good year for me, and I'm happy with it. 2020, we want to set goals for our purpose, and we want to set goals for our happiness. I'm gonna tell you guys what my goal is for 2020, because I don't want to know no juju me. So I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Well, a few of them. So the first thing I would recommend is that you write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper, write it down in a journal. Best to get a journal. I think a journal is great because you have everything in there and you can go back, and it keeps you organized. So I think it's best to have a journal. I have about 4. Write it down, spell it out. It's literally casting a spell. You're casting spells on yourself, good spells, you know, for 2020. So you have to move it from your mental space into the physical realm. So you have to write it down. Write it down so you can see it, and when you write it, read it out loud, you know. So words have vibration. So that's how you attract things to you. It's similar to how the law of attraction works, which, by the way, is only one of the 7 hermetic principles. There are 6 other amazing principles that it's really great help for you in traveling through this life. So if you guys want me to do a video on the 7 hermetic principles, just give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk about how it is that I've applied it to my life and how you can apply it to your life. The other thing I would suggest is that you create a vision board. I've never created a vision board before, but I have like 3 canvases that I'm going to do my vision board on, which to me is a great idea. I think it's similar to writing it down, but even more, you know, you can visualize, you can actually see it in front of you. So if you want to get a canvas or a scrapbook, and you know, you cut out stuff that are related to what it is that you want and paste it, create a really nice picture of what it is that you want. And watch it manifest, because this really does work. It's absolutely how the universe works. It's how everything in the universe works. You know, you are the master of your own destiny. You create everything that is happening around you. You can also do a digital vision board. I heard there are some online that you can actually create pictures and whatever, but I'm not that techie, so I'm not going to be that person. I know there are people like me who aren't going to be that either. So we need a physical scrapbook. We can cut out things and print things and cut out pictures out a magazine and paste. You know, if you want a car, just for example, I'm not saying you should want these things. You want a BMW, cut out a BMW and put it in there. You want a house on the beach, cut out your house and a picture of a house on the beach and paste it in your scrapbook or your canvas or whatever it is. I've seen people do vision boards before many times, and I never really I've always thought it was a good idea, but you know, why not action it? Why not action it and see how effective it can be? I already think in my mind that this thing must be effective, so what does it hurt for me to just do it and also have it so I can see and I'm being reminded and I'm attracting those things to myself. So that's what we're gonna do for 2020, guys. This is what I generally do for the new year. It's what I do for my birthday. I'm not a big party, you know, celebration type of person, but I'm big on setting intention, setting goals, and doing reflection as well. So I'm looking back to see where I went wrong, or looking back to see what I did good and congratulating myself on them, and you know, having my own little celebration in my own little way. So that's it for this video, guys. I don't know if this is gonna be my final video for 2019, but just in case it is, you know, happy holidays, happy new year and all of that. I hope you guys have an awesome 2020, a fruitful 2020, a happy 2020, because we really, as a people, you know, Black people, we need to work more on our mental health and working past our traumas. And I think that should be the focus for all of us for 2020. Getting past our mental traumas or childhood traumas, getting past our relationship traumas, whatever it is that's holding us back, because there's so many things that we have, so much potential as a people, and there's so many things that's holding us back. And a major thing is that we haven't dealt with a lot of our traumas and how that's affecting our progress as a people, individually and collectively. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, and you can also share. And yeah, we'll link up in the next video. All right, bye guys.